A little bit about him.
Well, a lot of people say I was really harsh on my grandfather in the book. I brought up a lot of his interesting personality quirks and things that he's done in my life. The funny thing is, though, my love for my grandfather is tremendous.
It's evident.
I do love him dearly. He's 92 years old. He's not very approachable as I was growing up, but you know, he had a passion for his grandchildren, all of us, and he just is such a dear man, but very old school European. And anyone who's had any ethnicity in their background, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be Greek,
correct,
knows what that feels like.
Yep.
And knows that sometimes it can be very, very challenging. They don't take well to new concepts or ideas. They certainly want to make sure that you marry who they want.
Right, especially Greeks.
Especially Greeks, that was always an ongoing issue. And I promised my mother, by the way, I said to her, you know, I'll never marry a Greek woman. And I didn't. I married a Cyprian woman, so that's something which is pretty much Greek, but it's funny. My wife is from Cyprus. But at the time we were getting married, my grandfather kept force-feeding me these women like he was going down the street and picking them out. You know, would just marry a Greek girl, marry a Greek girl.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, so. But he's always been there for me, and he's always been a positive influence and an inspiration in my life on how to be, you know, a stable, hardworking father. He was a good example of that.
Did you ever feel trapped in the restaurant business because of your father?
You know, my dad is an exceptional Greek man. He could have been of the same mold as my grandfather, but he's not. He's a gentle, tender, merciful person with a heart of gold and a very strong work ethic. My father would have been extremely content in any path I chose. Did I feel trapped? No, I felt obligated. Not so much as, oh, I have to do what my father wants, but more because he's such a great man. And my mother's such a great woman. I really felt like the only thing I could do as a son is continue his legacy.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I think you wrote this book also, because inadvertently it's really given you, I'm not going to say a way out, because I don't think you'd want to leave your life that you've created. And it's a good life, considering lots of other things you could be doing. But this book gives you this, like I'm a dentist, but I have my TV show. And it gives me the ability to meet people like you and to have conversations, in which I think the book has taken you out of, you know, flipping lamb, to go out and do something else, and yet still keep the restaurant going, which I think is terrific. Who are some of the interesting people that you've mentioned? I mean, from Gus to what's the gentleman's name who fixes everything?
Martin Krakowski.
That's right. Cricket. I mean, all these people absolutely could be on a sitcom show.
Yes.
They're all there, and it's like ongoing. It's just amazing. You have this one man you call Cricket. Anything breaks, he comes over, he fixes it.
He's brilliant. He's still doing it. He's in his 80s. He is the quintessential grandfather. I mean, the kind of man
that you wished you had.
You wish you had. Well, you know, I can't say. I love my grandfather.
We didn't
dearly,
know, but you can always have many grandfathers.
That's right. He's more like a father to me. He's inspired me my whole life, Cricket. He's just a great, and his wife, Peggy, they're just wonderful people. You want to talk about hardworking, diligent, humble people. That's the cream of the crop there.
Now, we only have 5 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
We're out of time. But before we do that, I want you to sign this book for me.
My pleasure.
Because you got a pen?
Sure.
Okay. And just sign it there, because I appreciate that. Wherever you got a clean page, and that would be great. And put a date on it.
Oh, sure.
I think that the book is fun. It's enjoyable. It gives one a glimpse into the lifestyle of the North Fork of Long Island. It gives one into the lifestyle of a Greek family, and you learn about culture, and you learn about one foot's in Greece, the other foot's in the United States. And are you being ripped apart, or are you somehow joining things together? And the book really shows a wrestling with yourself and with your world full of obligation and your world also full of promise in what you want to do. And along the way, one reads the stories of these people who interact with you to show you what you can do with your life and how you learn, which I think is fantastic. Do you see your kids, Yanni and Savas?
Yes.
Moving in this direction, or are you like your father, who's very liberal in his thinking and says, I just want them to be happy, and yet the obligation will come in on the kids?
No, I think at this point of my career, I've made a solid decision to allow my children the freedom to, the true liberated freedom to pick whatever they choose to do. I will ensure to the best of my ability that they're as educated as they can be.
Right.
And I will expose their strengths as much as possible. Mm-hmm. But whatever they choose to do is perfectly okay with me.
I'm going to do something right now, and you tell me if you want to do it or not. We've been mentioning Cinderella Island, and people are right now watching and saying, darn it, you mentioned Cinderella Island. You know, I know you're thinking about that, and now we're going to ask George. First of all, we got about 3 minutes left. Cinderella Island, is it a dump? Is it a beautiful place? Describe it.
Cinderella Island is a magnificent location. It's one of the most inspirational parts on the northeast coast. It's the most beautiful place I love to visit, and I go there as frequently as I can. Mm-hmm. In the book, I call it I hide the name intentionally to mask it even further from any further tourist attack.
So people shouldn't go there.
People should go there. Boy, I just hope they don't all go at once.
And it's not too far from the east end of Long Island.
Oh, it's a 40 mile boat trip.
40 miles is nothing.
No.
It's nothing. Do you want to give the name?
Well, I'd rather leave it to the viewers. The readers, I think, will be able to figure it out on their own if they read
Okay, so you want to keep a mystery.
Yeah, keep it a little.
Okay. I'll just give you a hint. It's just one name to the island, and that's it. It could be Cinderella, but don't look that up on the map. You won't find it. Do the natives call it Cinderella?
No.
Is that you?
I called it Cinderella because part of the name gives a hint as to where it is.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just terrific. George, it's been terrific. We're out of time. I've totally enjoyed you, enjoyed speaking with you, enjoyed tasting your food, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. It's been terrific. Any last comment with the minute or so that we have left to just tell people about the east end of Long Island and about visiting and lifestyle and everything?
Absolutely. I'm typically at the restaurant every day except for Wednesday and Thursday. Those are my days off. And if you were to come in, I would love to meet you in person. And I would also love to autograph your book if you'd like. You can pick it up at the restaurant, or you can pick it up on Amazon. It is available on Amazon and other local bookstores. I'm trying to keep it local.
Okay.
And it's also at some of the wineries.
Okay. All right. Well, let's not get into too much commercialism, but that's great. I look forward to speaking with your parents. And maybe we can do a show on having you cook, and you can show us how you cook some of your wonderful dishes.
I'd love to.
Would you like that?
I would enjoy that a lot.
That would be terrific. You're a heck of a lot of fun, and got a great family.
Well, thank you.
It's terrific.
It's been such a pleasure meeting you and getting to be on your show. Thank you.
I appreciate that. And again, one of the best compliments that I give is that I like to tell my guests, only when it's apropos, is that I learned something from you. From the book, learned about your humanity, and the way you do things, which I think is just fantastic. You're some kind of guy.
Thank you.
So again, my compliments to you, and I'm thrilled to have met you as well.
Thank you.
And I hope that you enjoyed meeting George. And come on out to the east end of Long Island and see, as I always say, the east end of Long Island is our little bit of paradise that we have here in the world. And before it gets even destroyed with more development, catch it quick before poof, it's gone. Dr. Pass is saying so long for now, and just like George Giannaris, that is, whatever you do it with passion, or what's the use? So long for now, again, my friend.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.